And we're live. Thank you, Seashell Vids, for the third sub in a row. I hope you like your little 3 pumpkin badge. How we all doing? We're back in the fire sanctuary to forge myself another. Whoop! Oh, I can dig in here. What's this? What am I trying to do? Thank you. I made it myself. So how's your transition to not apprenticeship, affiliateship going? Are you like officially there, or have you yet to apply? Oh no. That's not good. What? It's a lot to... Yeah, I know. There's a lot to bombard you. You're official? Okay. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't getting that. 4 subs already? Oh my god. Did you make a big deal out of it? I know when I did, I tried my best to plaster it all over social media so that my first stream would be nice and fancy. You did? Okay. How'd I miss it? Am I not following you on enough social media? I don't check your Discord server often, so that might be what did it. Tawi. They got you a hype train? Bro, I've never had a hype train. I think I might have set it up a little bit too high to start out with. Okay, so this is flowing that way. Okay. Trying to get reoriented here. It just happened 4 hours ago. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it depends. You can also set your hype train to be easier. I probably should go in and try to like set the hype train to as low as possible. Seeing as how I'd never gotten it up. It's obviously too high. You didn't know that? Yeah, you can adjust like how sensitive it is. Like, because obviously it's not the same thing for big streamers as small streamers. The bridge of decision, choose a path you believe in, move forward. Great. Here's just the default. Okay. Mine should be too. I don't know. Hey, Fickle Ficus, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're just talking about hype trains. By the way, Seashell Vids, Fickle Ficus is a lovely streamer as well. You should go give him a follow. For context, Seashell Vids just got affiliate. So go follow them. You need to look at the... Yeah. Oh, what was the thing? I gotta jump. Something about 3 statues. The guy with the... I should look into a shout-out command for my bot. Setting that up. Oh my god. Okay, so... At the start of this dungeon, which was a week ago, so don't yell at me for not remembering. The guy said jump about... There's like 3 statues. Jump in the... Bro, I don't know. I'm taking on a pick. Nope. Oh, it's over there. Wrong thing. Wah, wah, wah. I lost 1 heart for that. Closed eyes 1. Well, crud. How was I supposed to know that? Alright. Huh. Come here. Okay, I want some hearts. Okay. Gimme some hearts. I swear this was easier to draw in on. Okay, good. Way too many. Yeah, I know you just have to dig in there and look at it. I thought my height was on the lowest. Maybe I'm just... Maybe, like, it was just too stretched out. Oh. Alright, put up your dukes, folks. Let's fight. Ah, frick. There's one. Oh, I want to pick that up. Got him. Easy. All right, all right. Thanks for the lurk, seashell vids. Okay. And this was not the way I came in, right? I need to get more, like, my shield action. And I feel like there aren't enough fights in this game that, you know, utilize sword and shield stuff. There's a lot of sword stuff. Ah. Frick. Snipe. I'm a pro gamer, I promise. Oh my god. God, first try. One arrow left. Gotta make it count, I guess. Oh, didn't make it count. Oh, lame. My claw shot's out. Remember in Twilight Princess was pretty dang cool. Oh, I got one of them back. You got... I don't remember where you got the first claw shot, but like in the City in the Sky dungeon, you got a second claw shot. I can make this, right? Okay. Easy. Easy. So that you could grab on with one claw shot and then grapple to something else. So for context, this dungeon is the third and final dungeon in a set of 3 that involve Link passing the trial to see a sacred flame, or to find a sacred flame, to power up the Master Sword, or the Goddess Sword, into the Master Sword, so that he can, you know, use it to smite evil and whatnot. Bring light to each statue in accordance with the number of wings it each possesses from least to most. When light resides in each statue, the king's treasure shall be yours. Okay, so I need to light, like, this one, then that one, then this one, then that one, and the other one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So there's the 1 banger. Or the 0 banger. There's the 1. Okay. Let's do that. And then 2 is right here. And 3 is back. And then 4. I feel like it didn't really need to explain that to me. Little mini boss fight. I gotta earn it. Yeah. Got that stamina gauge. Oh, you little piker. Oh, come here. Bada bing, bada boom. KO. I win. I'm running out of chapstick. I gotta dig through. I still have crud in bags from when I moved back from college. I need to dig through that and figure out where the heck the rest of my chapstick went. Because, man, do I go through it. Which is weird, because, like, I'm hydrated, you know. Sometimes I overhydrate and I have to go to the bathroom too much. There we go. Mysterious crystals. The mass is made up of faintly glowing square crystals. Several are missing. Are they, though? Or is that by design? Okay, nice little shortcut. Switch. What am I looking on? Okay, I do have an empty bottle. Am I gonna get a fairy? Ooh, classic. I'll take that. Got a fairy. This playful sprite replenishes 6 of your hearts. Put it in a bottle and keep it with you and automatically come to your aid automatically. Run out of hearts. Pro tip for any Zelda game. Get yourself some fairies in a bottle. Ooh, boss time. I think this is another Girahim fight, which means I get to read some fun lines. I hate the guy, but he's fun to talk through. Oh, okay. Gotta figure this out. Nope. Okay, flip that around. Ta-da! Because I can't remember a special boss for this temple, for this dungeon, so I think it must be Girahim again himself. Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, hello there, Carl. I see you're still among the living. Fancy meeting you here. We seem to bump into each other time and time again. Oh, it's no coincidence, though, is it? You and I were bound by a thread of fate. Look at these old drawings. Until I found these, I was upset about that little stunt of the goddess's guard dog pulled at the Gate of Time. What was that twig's name again? Impa? Well, never mind that, because these drawings suggest the existence of a second Gate of Time. This news has just filled my heart with rainbows. I've been a busy boy, searching here and there and everywhere for another Gate of Time. And yet, even I couldn't find a single clue. Since I know I can be honest with you, I'll admit I got a little sulky. It was frowns all around. The thought of never getting my hands on that darling young girl again was, well, more than I could bear. But then I found this place. The prospect of a second gate of time has made me positively giggly. Oh, I hate him so much. He's so creepy. That girl, you are an adorable friend. She will be instrumental in bringing about the revival of my master. And though I feared she was now quite beyond my reach, I despair no longer. But before we talk any further on that subject, there's still the outstanding matter of your punishment, Carl. Do you remember when I told you that the next time we met I'd make your ears bleed from the sound of your own screams? Well, I've been thinking. Perhaps corporal punishment is a touch harsh. I might be willing to forgive and forget if you'll strike a deal. All I ask is that you tell me where I can find the other gate of time. That's not too much to ask, is it? Oh, and don't you play coy with me. I know that you know, so why not let me in on the fun? Such behavior. A mischievous little boy like you needs to be dealt with firmly. I must warn you, I won't go easy on you this time. We fought before. He's kind of a pushover. Ooh. Lovely, aren't they? You'll find the supple skin of my arms tougher than any armor. Doesn't their shape just leave you breathless? Behold! Such beauty! Such a pure form! Such an exquisite physique! Such stunning features! Yes, I've pretty much got it all. Though there is one teensy tiny thing I lack. Namely, mercy. Come to me, Carl. You and I were bound by that thread of fate, destined to fight. So come close, Carl. Meet me in battle, and the thread of fate that binds us will be soaked crimson with your blood. All right, fight me. Ah. Ah. I don't quite get the trick. There we go. You have to, like, bait his hands. You have to, like, bait his hand one way and then strike another way. Come here, you punk. Ah, frick. There we go. I think if you don't pull your sword out in time, he'll steal it. I think that's a thing that'll do. I've never had that done before. Ooh! Ooh, he's getting fancy in his old age. Bring it on, Girahim. Where'd you go? Ow. Ah, that's not enough to do it. Ow. Bring it on, punk. No. Definitely not clean of a fight as I would prefer, but hey, I don't think I'm going to lose either. Boom. Enough of this foolishness. I am Girahim, Demon Lord. It shouldn't matter how powerful your sword is, you are still nothing. Not just a human child. And yet you prevail. You filthy scamp. You have awakened a wrath that will burn for eons. I swear to you, whatever it takes, I will drag you into an eternity of torment. Oof. Oh, going rough on there. Whew. I hate that guy. Alright, let's power me up. Boom. Alright. Give it to me, Fi. Give me the flame. Yeah. Ooh, the flames of Dun have imbued your blade with a sacred white light that demons revile. Bum, 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 bum. That's looking a little bit more like the Master Sword now. It's got to extend that crossguard out. I don't know where the hilt or the scabbard came from. Ooh. Master, now that it has been tempered by the last of the sacred flames, your blade has finally revealed its true form. You now hold the Master Sword. With this sword's great power, you can awaken the gate of time within the sealed temple. I recommend you make your way to this location. To the sky! Alright, back to Farron. The Farron region. To the green laser. Oh! Alright, so I'm going to drop down here, head to the Temple of Time. Something funky's going to happen. I mean, it's gotta. It can't be that easy. I mean, let's discuss the foolishness. Girahim literally was like, tell me where the Gate of Time is. And the next thing I do after beating him is go directly to the Gate of Time. Like, I don't want to... I don't want to judge, but that seems kind of silly. Ooh, what's this? Bruce has been a busy boy. The Grucinator. I'm glad the doors can still push open after millennia of sitting there. Ah, your sword. There can be no doubt the sacred flames have purified this blade. Well done, Carl. That sword holds tremendous power. That power is a sacred force. It is a divine power left to us by the gods of old. The same power that is spoken of in the Ballad of the Goddess. To look upon you is to see that same great power, now flowing through you in the swords you carry. Come, Carl, you must open the gate of time. Now that the sacred force dwells within your blade, strike the gate of time with the Skyward strike, and it will surely awaken. Climb upon the pedestal and show the gate your sword's power. Whoa! No, I fear the seal has given way once again. That terrible beast is awakening even as we speak. It is likely that the monster reacted to the sacred power given off by your sword. I wish it had not happened, but there was no other way to open the gate, so it goes. Carl, you must imprison the beast once again. All right, bring it on. This is what I've been waiting for. It's time to break out my new toy. Trust me, that flabby bag of teeth doesn't stand a chance. Well, what are we waiting for? I'm heading out there. He looks so funny when he runs. Alright, let's go. Boss battle. One of the worst boss battles of the game, I must admit. Hey, Carl! Try not to drool on your shirt as you stare at this amazing super weapon I've been working on. I call it the Grucinator. Leaves you speechless, doesn't it? That's only natural. You wouldn't believe how much time I put into building this beauty. Here, check it out. First, I got all the fences cluttering the area out of the way. Then I laid down rails for it to run on. All by myself, of course. You cannot do that. That's way too much work. I don't know what came over me. I had no clue I had the talent to make something like this, you know? Anyhow, you just tell me where you want to place my shots and I'll put a hurting on that ugly monster. I don't care how beefy you are, you're bound to stumble for a few moments after taking one of my big bombs to the body. Hang on, though, that monster showed up a smidge sooner than I was expecting. There are a few final adjustments I gotta make before she can move on the rails I put down. I'll call it to you when she's ready for action. Till then, do whatever you can to hold off that beast. Alright, Grucinator. Let's go for it. Alrighty. Ooh, he's got arms now. Look at that. Look at that. Seems like our ugly friend grew itself a pair of hands. Great timing. Hope it knows how to catch because my machine has a mean right arm. When she's all loaded up, I'll let you know. Until then, do what you need to do to stop it. Oh, frick. Yeah. This boss fight is what we call in the business a pain in the butt. Oh, no, sir. You ain't climbing up here. Hey, Carl! The machine's all loaded and ready to smash. If that flabby sack of teeth tries to climb the wall, I can blast it off from here with a bomb. When he wants them back up from me, just send me the signal with X. Alright, it's time for the Groose to explode in action. Adjust the machine's position with L, aim target. Finish press ZR to launch a bomb. It hits, will stun the scaly sucker. Okay, sweet. Ah, she packs a mean punch, doesn't she? I tell you, I was in love the first time I pulled this lever. Start loading her back up with another bomb, so keep beating on Big Ugly until I give you the signal. Did I even need to do that? I have no idea. It's like one of those things where you're in a rush to get to it, but I wonder if it just stays like this until you do that. Ew, it's so glorpy. Ooh. Boom. Hey! Use the power of high-grade explosives. There we go. Okay, good. Link ran on the right, on the correct side. That's 2. Got it. Okay. Almost messed up the timing, but... I'm not gonna let this thing get to the Temple of Time over my dead body. Sprint, Link, sprint. Sprint like your life depends on it, because it kinda does. Thank you. Groose. Boom. There we go. Holy cow, that was close. Should I be using Gruesinator every time? All at any time? Did I do it? Alright, time to head down and seal the deal. I do believe that's not the last we've seen. Oh, Carl! Strike the old sealing spike with a Skyward strike and restore the seal, quickly. What happens if I just wait? What is this, Phantom Hourglass? Great game, by the way, for the DS. Nice work there, Carl. Of course, you couldn't have done it without me, but no need to thank Bruce. I know I saved your tail. Now let's get that gated time thing up and running. I'll go on ahead. There we go. Seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. You have my thanks, Carl. As do you, Bruce. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Duh, you give me too much credit, Granny. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your... Nope, wrong voice. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Carl, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice to say it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit that gate with a Skyward strike. Come on already, charge that sword of yours with that sacred force stuff Granny was talking about and zap the Gate of Time. Right, Granny? Indeed. Now, Carl, go to the gate. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So fancy. I was wondering how that pillar can make itself into a Gate of Time, but it seems the pillar is like a pro Tetris gamer. Ooh. Look at that. Comes equipped with its own stabilizers. Nice. Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. I've got an itchy eye. Long last, the gate has been reactivated. I haven't been playing any ball pits. I don't have pink eye, I swear. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, the very place where Zelda now awaits. Go bravely, Carl. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Carl. Bruce likes Zelda. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's got to stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's going to look out for the old girl? And you know what? Nah, forget about it. He thinks I'm cool. Cooler than he is. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" Drew says hi. Ding. That doesn't look very traversable. Or it is. Whatever. Temple of High... Oh, there she is.
Hey!
At last, I've been expecting you, Carl. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise, and little time has passed since the goddess has sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become a skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. I'm just frickin' saving, you kidding me? There we go. You've come so far, Carl. I'm glad you made it. You wanna, give me a hug? I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. Oh, you get that Zelda's lullaby in there. I think it's time you learn the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce in the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. I always love how, the good guys suffer grave injuries and then survive. But, the bad guy gets sealed away, and then, if they break free, they're fine. Shouldn't the bad guy have some grave injuries, too? And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Link did not hear a word of that. He's just like, oh my god, it's Zelda. She's so pretty. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose. to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul into the body of a mortal. She made this sacrifice, as you likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. Some lore. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Carl? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda, I am the goddess reborn as a mortal. Like, give me a hug, man. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me, and after I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. Mouth movements. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal that Hylia, rather than I, created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. But I want a hug. Carl, the goddess that created Phi and the Great Blade she's a part of, for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Carl. Those eyes. Vibrating. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found your true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power of the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. Ooh! Alright! The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Carl. Draw your sword. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Carl may wield it. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That looks more like the Master Sword. Carl, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. And a hug. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in the world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. Didn't I go through all those trials to hone my spirit? It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind can never use its power. Somehow, I think there may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess, Hylia, needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Carl. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I. It's okay, you can have set dual identities, that's fine. I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you. Can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all this, Carl. But you have to understand this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I feel like Link would be down with this. Carl would be down with this from the entire beginning. She's talking to him like he's a pawn or something. Like, she'd just be like, yo, thank you. I kinda maybe mini manipulated you, but we're buddies now, and all's well that ends well. Like, that kind of, I don't know. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. Like, talk to him like a friend, not like a freaking general trying to recruit a captain or something. All of it may be well-intentioned and true. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't excuse my actions. And I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. I want the hug. Carl, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Oh, buddies. While it's true that I'm highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up? Bro, I'm dropping a promise on that one. Heck yeah. You could have at least given him a hug. Come on. What's in the background? Oh. The gear's turning. What up? What now? I see you've said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There's work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her here. Go now and fulfill your destiny. Alright, I guess I can go back. Okay, no, never mind. So, you've returned. Lots of exposition. Then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda awaits, suspended in sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish demise. It is thought to have been held within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues of its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Carl, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Carl. Find the Triforce. Oh, whoa there. Hold up. Carl, there's something I gotta tell you. What? So, Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Actually, that's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for the poor girl. But you're going to do something about this mess, right? Carl, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. I don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it, but I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone's got to watch that big ugly monster, and someone's got to make sure Granny's doing all right. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess, but don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one beast of a tree in soil like this. It'd brighten this place up a bit, a little too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years to grow. From as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colin and Stritch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you can tell them I'm happy, right? Okay. You tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Carl. Hey, no problem, Groosey, my guy. You're my childhood bully, but whatever. I'm more mature than that. Look at that. Look at that beauty of a blade. Oh. Yeah. Hero's Spin. That's classic. I think it was introduced in Link to the Past. So that's Zelda in there. Dang. Okay. Back to Skyloft. Oh, goodness gracious. Why am I yawning? It's 3 p.m. Alright, I don't have any bird feathers. But I want one. There we go. A bird feather. These highly prized feathers come from birds foreign to Skyloft and serve as useful materials. The last one I've ever gotten is a bird feather. Wow. Alright, get to the nearest statue so I can go to the sky. Actually, I've got an amiibo for... I'll be like 2 seconds. By 2 seconds, I'm not even gonna move anything away. Ah! Ugh. I've got an amiibo, god dang it, a Loftwing amiibo that allows me to go to the sky whenever I diddly well please. So I am gonna do that. Yes! Yep. Ah. Skyloft. Well, then Skyloft, we don't know where. Should probably ask someone who knows a lot about Skyloft. And if I want to find someone who knows a lot about Skyloft, I probably should ask Headmaster Gapora. Boom. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Hey, Bub.
Hey.
Hello, Carl. Have you heard anything more about my daughter? What is it? If you know anything at all, I urge you to share it with me. You want to tell me what you can't? I understand. I'm sure you have a good reason for keeping quiet. Carl, I've been doing some thinking since we last spoke. I've had this destiny thrust upon you without warning, or choice for that matter, but I wish to help you as best I can. I'm getting older, and I lack the vigor of youth, but even old men have ways of being useful too. I wish to share as much of my knowledge with you as I can. If you have any question at all about Skyloft or its history, I will be glad to tell you all that I know. What do I know of the Triforce? Carl, where did you hear that word? It's true that the ancient texts make several mentions of the Triforce within their pages. Unfortunately, the actual location of the Triforce isn't illuminated in any of those tomes. Its whereabouts are lost to history. Sorry, Carl. It shames me to say it, but my knowledge is of little use on this subject. Well, crud.
Hey.
Anyone else? Do I know anyone else who might know more about the Triforce? In Skyloft, no, I doubt anyone else in town would know much about his subject as ancient and archaic as that.
Hey.
Okay, good. You're gonna give me some. Carl, just a moment. Though there is one whose vast knowledge may be of use. Surely you're familiar with Levias, the great sky spirit who's guarded our realm for ages. Levias has served as protector of our skies for a long time, and his knowledge of the world is encyclopedic, to put it mildly. If anyone in the entirety of Skyloft and beyond were known about the Triforce, it would be him. Who is this? Where is he? Yes, I feared that might be the next question about that. I imagine in your travels you've taken notice of the tremendous thunderhead that suddenly appeared in our skies. Recently, I've heard rumors suggesting that Levias is trapped inside that massive cloud. I asked Instructor Allen to look into this troubling cloud in order to determine if there is any truth to these rumors. I had meant to inquire about his findings earlier, but completely forgot about it after Zelda went missing. Instructor Allen can fill me on the details later, so why don't you go speak with him yourself and see what his investigations revealed. Sounds good, bud. So you do know someone who might have the deeds. Hey, and his room's right here. What do you know? Ah, Carl. How goes your search for Zelda? Have you found her yet? What, Levias? Ah, so you've been talking to the headmaster, I take it. If I'm correct, Levias is the one inside the Thunderhead, but that's not the Levias that we all know. That's a monster. It certainly looks like Levias, but last time I approached him, he came rushing at me, and his eyes, they were full of malice. People changed, or old wizened creatures changed, rather. Perhaps it's more than that. Perhaps it's more that he is possessed by something. That's how it felt to me. What? You want to talk to Levias? That's impossible. I don't think Levias is capable of listening, not in his current state, no. And even if you were to get close enough to talk to him, it will likely end with you getting brushed aside and sent flying to your death in a sea of clouds. What? You're still planning on going? I see. It's because you need to find Zelda. I understand. I get the feeling nothing I could say would talk you out of it. Hey, I have an idea. Come with me. Ooh, fast travel.
Hey.
Levias is inside the Thunderhead. He's been acting so strangely, like something has possessed him. If we can somehow free him from whatever it is that has a hold over him, there's a chance he will return to his senses. Listen well, Carl, because I'm about to teach you a very powerful bird riding technique. It's called the Spiral Charge. Ooh. Using the Spiral Charge, you can rid Levias of the blight that has a hold of him. The technique is quite easy to perform. All you have to do is press X. However, the acceleration effect lasts any longer than any attack move you'll use so far. Maintaining stable flight can be tricky. It's a technique that only senior Knight Academy students who have mastered high-level flight skills are allowed to perform. It's still a bit too early for you, but This is an extraordinary circumstance, so I'll make an exception to this time. However, I will test you. First, dive off this platform and call your bird. Okay. And he goes, wait. I haven't given you the next instruction yet. Listen up, Carl. I taught your Loftwing to perform a spiral charge when you press X. Use a spiral charge attack to break the 10 targets placed around the floating boulders up ahead. If you can destroy 10 targets in under 120 seconds, I will recognize you as a skilled bird rider. Alright, off you go. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Come on, boy. Six. Woo. Seven. And seven. 8. All right. 9. 10. Okay, so there isn't exactly 10 of them. Okay, whatever. I got them. Oh, you managed to destroy 10 targets within the timeline. You can control your bird that well. You have no problems at all. I knew you could do it, Carl. And what a magnificent red bird. You are henceforth permitted to use a spiral charge attack as a qualified bird rider. The next thing we have to address is just how to go about finding Levias. Maybe the owner of the Lumpy Pumpkin might know something. Every year he makes an offering of his pumpkin soup. Ooh, for Levias. Hey, User Panda VR. Welcome back to the stream. It's been some time. How you been? And how you doing? What's new? Ooh, nice badge you got there. Nice sub badge. What you been up to since last I saw ya? Doing well? I'm doing well, okay. It's been kind of a slow stream, but hey, I've been having fun. Alright, where's the Lumpy Pumpkin? Playing a game with a location called Pumpkin Landing. Category 4 Hurricane and Category 2 Tornado. Yeah, I can't blame you for being absent from to deal with that. Hi, it's Misty. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. How you doing, Misty? So, Panda V, are you a fan of Skyward Sword? Can't remember if you swung by since I've started playing. I've been going at it for a couple months now, I think. Hey, doing all right. Are you a fan of Skyward Sword as well, Misty? School, the Hurricane Ida. Jeez, you got a whole bunch of stuff. That's right, school is starting. Hopefully no more school for me. Ever. Ooh. What's the matter? You look like you got something mighty serious on your mind. Actually. Levias? What about him? Sure, I know Levias as well, but I wasn't aware of anything was wrong. Every year I offer him an entire basin full of my pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup. You've been interested in Zelda but never played? Hey. Pretty much any game is good to jump in on. But you wouldn't go wrong with Skyward Sword HD. Lately, a huge thunderhead has been brewing there, and I haven't yet made this year's offering. I'll tell you, I feel horrible about it. Say to deliver a pot of my soup to Levias? Huh, I don't know how you plan to fly into that huge thunderhead brewing out there, but... What about you, Misty? Are you a Zelda fan? that's the case, I'm gonna do everything I can to make Levi's the best batch of soup ever. You wait right there. I'm getting inspired to fire up some soup like I've never souped before. Voila! There it is. I've been cooking this stuff for well over 10 years, and I have to say this is the best batch of pumpkin soup I have ever created. Master, I will signal for the robot. It's fine, I'm here. Bzz. Oh, Misty's... Okay, Misty's your bud? Alright, nice. Well, thank you for, bringing me a new follower. I'm here. Bzz. Oh, it's another heavy load, but don't worry, I can carry anything. I'll be waiting outside, and I can take you wherever you need to go as soon as you're ready. That. Place where I offer Super Leviathan is inside the Thunderhead Cloud on an island with an everlasting rainbow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. Good luck. Alright, nice. So I got the pumpkin. The pumpkin soup. This was made for me. Oh! Bug just flew up my nose. Holy butt. Ugh. Yeah! I'm Pumpkin Man. Oh, thanks for helping me carry the pumpkins the other day. Thanks to you, we're ready to plant new seeds. The only thing is, planting the patches so that it's ready to be planted. So it's ready to be planted is hard work. Only someone who is good at plowing the field. Sure? Really? If that's the case, I'd love to ask this person to help me out. Find this person, please tell them to come find me right away. Okay? Maybe like a magma? Calculate a 90% chance this request in some way connected to gratitude crystals. Dialing the ability can be calibrated to locate the person who will plow the pumpkin patch for this girl. However, if you're searching for another object that someone has asked you to find, the target will be removed when you switch to that target. Sure. Understood, Master. I will set your individual dowsing target to find an individual who can plow the pumpkin patch. I don't know if I'm doing side quests. Ooh, pumpkin. Should someone who'd help me out? I'll just try to keep my hopes up and wait here patiently until they show up. You! It's your job. Wah! Okie doke. Alright, so I've got Scrapper here. Ah! Oh, God. Sorry, bird. Bro, I'm kind of sad that, like, Link's Loftwing doesn't have a name. It's just Crimson Loftwing. You missed. Ooh, that's a tornado. Reminds me of pandas. Ah! Situation. Oh, yikes. Die. Get away from me, you crazy monkeys. Okay. Splat. I'm unloading this cargo of pumpkin soup here. You picked up an odd place for a soup delivery. It feels dangerous. Something could jump out at us any moment, hungry for soup or robot. I'm out of here. See you around, Zert. Oh, gross. That's a parasite, all right. Okay, let me get out of here. Yeah, take that out. Ah, screw you. Get off Levias. He's got info I need. Ah, miss. Ow. Okay. Probably should have anticipated that. Come on. This is Zelda, not Star Fox. Oh. Ow. God. Not good, Patrick. Not good. Got it. Gotcha. Ooh. Got you to rear your ugly head. Ooh, do I get to fight this guy on the back? Ooh, that's intense. Sorry, Burb. Where you go? Seriously though, where you go? Where'd he go? There, hiding from me. Well, that's rude. All right. Bro, 3 boss fights in a row. No dungeon in between. I'm feeling zesty. Ocular parasite. Vilicite. Ow. Right in the eyeball. Poke, 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 poke. Oh my god! Thanks for the gift subs, my man. I appreciate it. You're my new favorite viewer, Panda. Alright, well, congrats to Chinese football, Hyatt's Misty and Gother fan for the subs. Hope you enjoy them. You can get the Carl hello emote. Frickin' hype, man. Ugh. Doubled my sub count right there. I'll have to message Gother fan if they're not lurking and let them know that they got a sub. And Chinese football's in chat there, lurking. It's been a while. I've said hi to Chinese football. Tell me, boy, was it you who brought me this delectable cauldron of pumpkin soup? Must apologize for my earlier behavior. A most peculiar and irksome pest possessed me. I was not myself. But that business is done with now. The delicious aroma of that soup has restored me to my senses. I am the great spirit they call Levias. Before she passed from this world so long ago, the goddess Hylia appointed me as a warden of the skies. And what do they call you, boy? Carl, is it? A rather pleasing name, that. Your parents clearly have excellent taste in names. Thank you. You carry a curious sword, boy, and I sense a silent power dwelling somewhere in that little frame. Ah, I see it now. Carl, you are the goddess's chosen hero. How interesting. I assume you've come to hear what I know of the Triforce. Yeah. As I suspected, listen closely, and I will tell you. Oh, by the way, I should probably put that in chat. You get, for subbing, you get that. You can use that one. That guy. So use it anywhere across Twitch to your heart's delight. Listen closely and I will tell you. As you likely know, long ago, an evil force attempted to take the Triforce for his own. The goddess did everything in her power to prevent it from falling into his hands. For the safety of all things, she hid the Triforce somewhere within the rock you call Skyloft. However, its location has been kept secret. Even I do not know where it rests now. Oh, but the goddess didn't trust me with a hint as to the Triforce's location. The clue is a song meant to be played with the harp you hold. It is known as the Song of the Hero. The song is the key to revealing the secret location of the Triforce. The goddess split this song into 4 parts. She entrusted one part to me and the other 3 to the dragons of the land. You must gather each of the parts of the Song of the Hero. Seek out the dragons and convince them to teach you their parts. When they've taught you what they know, come to me and I will complete the song with my own voice. These dragons can be found at Farron Woods, Elden Volcano, and Lanayru Desert. Go on then, find the dragons you now seek. Nice. Okay. Oh, so let's pick one. Well, I know where I can find Farron. So I could probably go there first. Alright. To the green laser. Of course, it's not so easy as just like finding the Triforce. I have to find the smartest guy in Skyloft so he can tell me to go talk to the guy who is researching the task that he wanted to find more about, so that he can tell me to go to the Lumpy Pumpkin to get the offering of pumpkin soup, so he can tell me to go to the Thundercloud and put the pumpkin soup there so that I can find Levias, but then I have to rescue Levias from a parasite or a portmaster. An unusual phenomenon taking place in Fairwoods, making it impossible to descend directly. Are you kidding me? So I could have used my Amiibo. I didn't want to use Amiibo because I wanted to descend. Whatever. But yeah, now I free Levias and then I have to find 3 more dragons before I can figure out where this Triforce is. And you know it's not going to give it to me. It's probably going to be like a dungeon. Strange phenomenon. Oh, hey, bud. You probably want to know that I've seen blessed butterflies flap around here lately. Too bad I have absolutely no musical ability whatsoever. I could not create beautiful tones to save my life. Alright, bud. I'll make his day. There we go. Whoa, I think my heart stopped. This is it, the discovery of a lifetime. There's no mistaking it. This symbol must mark one of the goddess walls left for the hero by the goddess. Let's draw a Triforce. Yeah. Fairies. Great Goron! Something I have never seen before just materialized out of that wall. That could not have been a... No, that is impossible. Forget it. You're welcome. You seek the dragons. When the song of the hero is complete, the path of the Triforce will be eliminated. Take care and be on your way. Okay. Huh. Well. Carl, bad news. That Belos looks like it's going to break free again? Gotta get into position. Hang tight. What the butt? I just fixed this. Can we clip it clean for 10 minutes? Whoa. Feels like that seal's going to give way any second. But no need to panic. You know what the Crusader can do, am I right? As long as I'm at the controls of this bombshell beauty, I don't know the meaning of the word defeat. Flinging bombs in this monster's face, defending the land is my purpose, I think. It's why I'm here. Anyway, Carl, I've got work to do, trying to get away my shots, okay? Fruit fly. Nice. Well, look who's finally back. Good thing, too, because I was tired of getting waiting to put a hurting on this ugly mug. Carl, let's do this. Game plan's the same as last time. You know what to do. Holy butt. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need Garus to slow this heathen down. Ow. One arrow. Nope, missed. Holy butt. This is ridiculous, man. Yikes, man. There's one. Holy cow. Ouchies. What the heck is it doing? Why? Whoa, since when did I learn how to fly? If it's hit you of a temple, there's no way I'm letting it get there. Big Ugly's going down. Burning. Absolutely he is. Boom. Got a freaking tail now. Is that it? Man, I thought I was going to put up more of a fight. Someone who should really thank the genius who made the machine. Okay, Carl, time for you to go show Big Ugly who's boss. Yeah! Thank you. Thanks again, Panda, for the subs. I really appreciate it. Game over. Oh no, not good. The road crumbled and I can't get the best of my bomb stash. What do I do? Carl, come up to the temple and make your way over here. Hustle up. Oh, I know what he's doing. I remember this. Definitely not game over. What do you take me for, Panda? Carl, we're in trouble. I can't get into my stash of bombs. Nice, you're locked and loaded. We'll aim it to send you straight for the spike on its head. Gotcha! Hey, meow-meowizers. Welcome to the stream. How you been? How you doing? I think I know who you are. Dang, shame you weren't here earlier. I got some subs gifted. Swaggy. You were here a bit earlier. Panda was kind enough to give some subs, so you could have snagged one of those. But, hey, you're here now, and that's what matters. You been doing all right? You're sorry you're late. No, it's fine. As I tell all my viewers, I always try to reward those who are here, but I never try to, what do I say? Try to punish those who aren't. You are at no obligation to... You convince your mom to get you lunch? That is swaggy. Now, Carl, strike the ceiling spike with Skyward strike and restore the seal quickly. Punish. That was a bad... what? Admonish? I'm trying to remember the term I use. I said something very wise before. Past use quaking in your... Quacking. Quaking? No, okay. Maybe I just said I'll never be upset at someone for not watching. Ooh, I gotta say, Carl, I thought we were goners this time. Sort of glad I was wrong about that. I'm gonna run ahead to the temple. You should get back there too. So, to give you some context of what's happening in game, your hair sucks, bro. Honestly, at the start of the game, there's one thing where he's like, one of the dialogue options you can do is, "Nice hair, bud," and he gets all offended. He's like, "You can't offend Groose. You can't, deny that Groose's pompadour. Groose has got the slickest pompadour in town." Okay, whatever. Yeah. So the context is, oh, I did. Yeah, that's how I know what he said. The beast has been sealed in his prison for a third time. Carl, Groose, you have both done well, but I fear we can't dwell on your success. The strength of the steel seems to wane with each escape. Yes? As you should. I see you must seek out the three dragons and complete the song of the hero to find the Triforce. It is right your search led you here. The Faron Woods are close by. Unfortunately, there's been an unusual turn of events in the woods. I am sure what happened, but a short while ago I noticed the path to the woods was completely flooded. To protect the land here, I closed the gate leading to the woods and drove back the water with a simple seal. The seal will only hold as long as the gate remains closed, meaning you will not be able to open it without flooding these lands. Given the situation I'm lost, how do you can enter the woods? Is that all? Consider the problem solved. Oh, hey, also, yes. See, that last battle with Big Ugly got me thinking about other ways to use a Crucinator. Just come up to that bad boy, I'll give you a lift over the woods, alright? I'll run ahead and get her prepped for you. Come see me when you're ready to take a little flight. Oh my, the boy has made himself very useful, but he does have a tendency to cause trouble for those he helps. Safe journey, I wish you a soft landing, Carl. Don't leave me in suspense. What is hey also? You went mining again and you found another 2 spider spawners 1 block away from each other? Another mine shaft hammer beam. Well, don't die. Did you die? Not yet. Okay. Good. So, the game, the context here, is that, where do I even start? How do I even say this? Basically, long story short, the first part of the game was about trying to find Zelda. But we found her, and we found out that she's trying to seal Demise, the big bad. And so she's slumbering. So we gotta find the Triforce to kill Demise, so she doesn't have to seal him anymore. To kill him for good, so he doesn't have to seal him anymore. And she can, hang out with me again. Want to head to Faron Woods, do you? No sweat, just hop on the Crusader, I'll swing you over. You want to swooch Breath of the Wild Link? Do you have Breath of the Wild? Yeah? Nice. You're just bad at it. Dying to the cold and you couldn't take it? Well, did you get, like snow quill armor to make you resistant to the cold? This is interesting. Started the game and you were in the cold area. Oh, well, did you talk to the old man and ask him how to make cold resistance food and how to and if he'd give you his warm doublet so you could withstand it? Oh, Q, you're that one from before. Come to think of it, I've forgotten to ask your name. I see. Carl, is it? No, there's an odd name. Q. What brings you to see me? It's water. Q, it's good to see you again. Things look a bit different here, don't they? Water came gushing out of the base of the tree behind me and flooded the entire woods. I don't know what caused it, but I suppose it will clear out the monster infestation. Q, so you won't hear me complaining. So everything starts rotting, my guy. So basically, you got, like, nowhere. Well, did you ever... Yeah, I think you were trying to go there a little early. Am I gonna frickin' drown? Okay, no. Don't try. I'll try not. I'll try not to. I found some air. Woods have been flooded. But no dip, Sherlock. Worried about Link, not about me, though. It's a human. Current is strong by this point. It's too swift for a human like you swim through, so you better use the exit over there. Okay. It's a fine specimen of a man here. Hey. It's Farron. Who dares dip even a toe in my waters without my leave? It's me. Oh, I remember you. You're the young human who helped me recover from my injuries some time ago. Ah, Carl, was it? Let's have a look at you. Yes, you seem a good deal stronger than the last time we met. And look at that sword. You're the real thing, boy. It's clear you have the spirit of a hero of the goddess. She looks like she knows how you die and when. That's one way to put it. Let me guess. You swam all the way here to try to get me to teach you the part of the song of the hero the goddess entrusted to me. That's all well and good, but I can't go around giving away something that precious to every hero who flounders in my waters. No, I think a final... Stop it with the tests! I've passed all the tests. I've been through 6 dungeons, 3 frickin' Silent Realms spirit frickin' things. How many more tests do you want me to pass? Song of the hero is just a careless whisper. What? It's the song of the hero. It's not. It's very important. No, I think a final test is ordered to ensure that you are in fact the one meant to hear this melody of mine. This may be news to you, but some very irksome monsters have been running my woods of late. Well, I decided that I had had enough. The easiest way to deal with the awful thing was to flood the whole woods. As it happens, almost every inch of greenery in the area is submerged, so it's here in this flooded land that I will test you. If you're up to completing the task I ask of you, I see no reason why I shouldn't reward you the melody you seek. Is this a fever dream? Bro, that's a pretty elaborate frickin' fever dream adventure. As you just saw, I have split the melody you seek among my many tad tones and have hidden them around the forest. If you haven't already guessed, Carl, here's your task. Take the score and collect all my little musical friends. Bro, that's the song, man. If you know how to read music, you can just run out with this template. You use that score to figure out how many tad tones are in each group, find them, collect them, and bring them back to me. If you do that well, then I'll just have to see you as someone worthy of learning the song of the hero. Whole eggplant in his... What do you mean? That he's got a large head? I'm confused. His hat. Oh. I mean, yeah. That's a classic Link hat. Ooh, I want that. I want that monster horn. Bro, you freaking give that to me. That's my monster horn. Breath of the Wild Link did better. I mean, if you beat like all 120 shrines, they give you one of those hats. Like every Link but Breath of the Wild Link has that hat. I hate to break it to you. Goddess Butterfly. I mean, I think Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game, yeah, but... He's got that nice hat. Oop, missed. This is certainly an interesting way. All right. I assume that's a Tad tone. Boom. 3 spider bars. Hey! Thanks! Meow's just still getting that sub? Nice. I appreciate it. So now you get a little one badge, a little one pumpkin badge. And you can use, where is it? Here it is. You can use this anywhere. You're becoming a pumpkin. You can use that emote anywhere. And by the way, just for following, you can use these emotes in my channel. Any of these emotes. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yep, those are my cats. So you can only use those 5 in my channel, but you can use the pumpkin one for the next month in any channel. Goddess Plume. Take that. I'm glad you think it's nice and swag. Pog, indeed, bro. Panda, you got that. You got that bronze. Got that bronze gift badge. Nice. Oh yes, and of course, Meow Wowzer. If you want to join my Discord server, you can go in there. Make sure you check out the rules and agree to them, and then you can get different channels based on what video games you like. I'm trying to make a community out of these. What's that? Hungry Payment? Twitch globally mode. I haven't seen that before. That's cute. So there you go. One day you'll start streaming a gamer. Gamer! Wait a minute. Sorry, I can just do that. Orange. Alright, hold up. Hold up. You have a watermelon Mountain Dew? We've been over this. I have not had Mountain Dew in my life. Hold up. Hold up a sec, guys. So I didn't know about the watermelon Mountain Dew. Whenever you type something good happens. So that's as orange as I could get it. I don't have the fanciest lighting. That's like the cheapest lights on that I could get on Amazon. Oh, Pan, are you self-promoting? Nah, it's fine. Just joking. Need more of these points so you can ask for that virtual hug. Hey, so you get points for watching, actively watching. So if you actively watch, then sometimes it'll pop up a little emote. For context, Panda VR, she just got Meowser's just got a Twitch account. So you just get them by passively watching. You get 300 for following. If you like participate in a raid, you'll get some, I believe, which is at the end of a stream. And if you actively watch, you might see a little green treasure chest pop up. Click that. Making fun of your pro gamer schedule. Let's you on a secret then. Some Tadtones hang out in groups. You have to catch those similar Tadtones one right after the other, or they'll swim out of your score. You want to catch a bunch at once, use a spin maneuver to draw nearby Tadtones. That's your best bet. Yeah. Raise like 300, something like that. And subscribers, which you are, the next month, get like double points, something like that. Okay. Yeah, 392. You swag your catchphrase. Fair enough. Hey, you get the frick back here. Oh my god. Gotcha. Let's not drown, shall we? Woo! Ugh! You have to keep checking mines drop. Grab to make sure you're not drowning. Oh, that's right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 more. 4 more. Hit the dab, triple dog dare. I mean, hey, you can pay me to hit the dab. Okay, so I gotta find all of these CAD tones. You just save so you can pay for the hug. You can't just say, I dare you to do something that I actively offer. I dare, it's like walking into walking into a store and being like, I dare you to give me that for free. And it's like, no, you gotta pay for it. Make these spiky things explode there in a world of hurt. They're like bombs. These aren't pies. They're bombs. Ugh. And I completed the dab, so I can't refund you. Gotcha. I'm sorry to say. Wasted 50 points. Am I proud? I am neither proud nor disappointed. They are your points to do with. They do not affect your well-being at all, so. However you use them. Is up to you. You get free things at a store if you have a 50. Well, this is true. This is true. You can leave the premises without paying money. But there is a high chance that you will be arrested. The goods that you obtained will be confiscated, and then you will instead pay jail time and probably a fine that will be most likely more than anything that you could have stolen. So, not if they don't catch you. I do not, on this stream, I do not encourage any illegal acts, including but not limited to theft. The water dragon flooded the forest. Guru, she's probably planning to eat us all when we're son. Crap is a swear word, apparently. Thank you, Misty. I'm glad. I'm glad that you have reason. You need to hang out with Panda more often and keep them straight. On the straight and narrow. Twitch demonetization intense. What the frick are these guys doing? Hey Carl, some nasty fish have seen this family away in the flooded woods. I'd hate to bump into those things underwater. Q, watch your toes. Thanks. You're a good girl. I don't know. Haven't known you all for that long. Alright, where's that piece of garbage? Do mods talk? What do you mean by that? Do moderators talk? You see me die 50 times. You've died next to me 50 times. I think we're close. Okay, fair enough. Have you ever played Battlefield? No. Generally, I haven't really played any games that are rated M for mature. I played Soma recently. Just kind of, I've never been interested, but yeah. There's who talking chat. What's the context? I'm sorry, I missed it. The mods, they talk in chat. Sometimes. I've got a few mods. Sometimes they do. Yeah. Chi-Chi, precisely. Hi, Chi-Chi. Oh, God. I just want to chapstick my lips. I'm running out of chapstick. I'm like, this is it. Bruh, why is there fruit flies? I swear to God, there's no food matter here. You missed your cupcake. Oh, well, yeah, I like hanging out with her too, but, you know, she's got lots of friends, she does. Cupcakes and blankets. Don't you two live in, like, two different countries? Like, it's a little... It's slightly different. Plotting illegal activities. Just so you all know, my mods, since this is an extremely secure stream, and I, you know, wanna ensure the best quality for my viewers, my moderators are all tied to the police force. Steal my heart, bro. I need that thing. Helps me pump blood. Bro. Ugh. Swimming out. I don't know. Dum da dum dum da dum dum. Oh, frick. Are you talking about me or Link?
Hey, give that back.
Link, okay, okay. I think Link kind of needs his... What? Circular sword system. Needs his butt too, but... Heart's more important. Come on now. Barn. There we go, got him. That's true, in the top left corner. Yeah, he's got like 13 of them. Well, can hold 13 of them. You died in Minecraft. I mean, you seem susceptible in Minecraft enough as it is. Maybe you should take a step back from Minecraft and, just chill, watch the stream, pick one or the other. Choice is yours, though, my guy. Bruh. I mean, you lay your stuff back and then you'll... Come on. You'll join. Aren't you already joining the stream? You're just cubing? Define cubing. Oop. Meowsers, I think you need to take a deep breath or two. You might be suffering from hypoxia because you're not making any sense. Oh, like speed cubing. You're speed cubing. Gotcha. We were talking about Minecraft and also can bring up cubes, you know. My mind went to Minecraft. Ooh, I'll teach you something useful. Some rocks will roll away if you attack them. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That I know. That I'm familiar with. Never tried myself because... Yeah. Not my jam, if you will. Hey, bub. Brush the fish back. For your life. You can't fall if you dive deep. Ugh. That's right. If I freaking hit the dab in this game, it messes up. Because this game is, like, tied to motion controls. I gotta remember to put my controllers down before I hit the dab. It's not. Say we didn't. You're okay at it? Just a hobby. Yeah. Hey, everybody needs a hobby. Especially in these times. Don't we know it? Boom. Alright, got the longest. Whatever. Note. Stack. Come on now. 14 cubes? What do you need with 14 cubes, my guy? You got everything back? That is Pog. Don't collect tad cones with the same color one after another. Wiggle out your score, but don't work yourself into a panic. Okay. This is the kind of chat I want to see. People talking to each other, talking to me, talking out loud. It's been kind of sad. I've had some of my core viewers have just had to get busy, reorganize their schedules, so they couldn't watch as much, and viewership kind of tanked. But I'm glad to see, at least today, you got some solid stuff. You're carrying this. Hey, I mean, I'm not complaining. One's magnetic, one's lubricated and magnetic. Some are stickered, some are not. Oh, okay. So it's all like kind of for collection purposes as well. Q, Carl, can you hear me? I thought up something good. Why don't you come up and chat with me for a moment? Q. So by magnetic, you can. How do the magnets help? Are they all magnetically held together so you can take them apart and snap them back together, or is it like the magnets help encourage the positions to slide and stay in? 50 points to get that virtual hug. Q, how nice to see you again, Carl. How goes the Tad Tone gathering? I actually saw something you might be interested in now. You see, it's like, how should I explain this, Q? There was a technique you used when searching for the others, so try it. Remember that? Use that thing you do, Q, and you'll have much easier time getting those Tad Tones. Bro, this guy's smart. Dowsing. It's a valid suggestion master. I'm not able to. Boom! Next, help it turns faster without the plastic locking up, so it makes it faster. Okay. Does it? So yeah, does it help? Like, so if you turn it 90 degrees, you start to turn it, and the magnets flip it in the 90. You have a cube, but you're too dumb to complete it. I mean, actually, cubing is more about like memorization than anything. Just because, I mean, not gonna lie, if I can sit you down with like a speed cube and you can like solve and figure out how to solve it without consulting a guide or anything ever before, you're a genius. Like you're a genius. Like that's all there is to it. At least I think so. But yeah, most of the time is like any hobby, you just take time to practice. Maybe consult a guide at the start, you know. Bro, frickin' Haas up there again. Follow me again. Why? Why? Okay, so I can use dowsing. So like if the plastic mechanism hits each other and locks it up, it hurts your time. So the magnets help prevent that and help time. Interesting. I'd have to see it probably to really see what's what. Because yeah, I mean, I know you get like a crappy like dollar store one, and you gotta like knock it on the table to get it to line up so you can turn it, you know. For your 2x2, I had a 2x2 cube. It had a monkey on it once. You ever seen or tried to solve a 4x4? Those things are crazy. You're nuts. It's sitting there like, I'm just a normal cube. First average of 100, a single. 4.96. Time to upgrade. I love you, but time to sit you down in Little Rubik's Cube Museum. Oh, I missed. All right, down here. Alright, I gotta find another... Gotta get me over to another land so I can find the Tad Tones. Ah! You know what? Curse you! Oh. There we go. No, 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 I didn't want to. In there. Get another axolotl. If you think a 4x4 is hard, might I suggest a $1,500 21 by 21? Snagging the buckets, you're out. That's it, I'm out. I got the axolotls. You missed. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Pro miner. Define pro miner. Oh. Oh. Bogus. When you save enough pumpkins from my pumpkin farm to buy enough emeralds to buy enough diamond armor. Boom. Nope. That didn't work. Ow. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, I gotta go back into the tree. Up and around. Don't die, Link. Haven't gotten a game over in this. I don't think I've died yet. Much less gotten a game over. Never had to use a fairy. There we go. There we go. Back up. And around. Alright, let's save that up. By the way, I've got like 45 minutes left on stream. Big oof. For which, what? Do I come back to Minecraft and mine with you? Honestly, probably. I might get some food first. Where is... I didn't need to go up and around. I could have used the claw shots. But yeah, Meowsers, did you join the Discord at all? Didn't I already have lunch? Yes, but when I'm done, it will be 5 p.m., which is dinner time. Not yet. I did. Well, there's the Discord right there. Boom. You said in... Sure. Hold up. Let me... Alright, there. That was fast. But yeah, just look at the rules. Agree to those. And then go to the get roles. And to access what things. Get your pronouns. Yeah. Look at the pin stuff in get roles. There's like pronouns and stuff in there, as well as what games you want to play. And if there's any games that you're interested in trying to meet other people to play, let me know, and I'll add them. At least I'll try to. Carlbot was being mean. Wasn't working. Did that say scurry up walls? Uh-huh. Minecraft isn't migrated. Oh, did they have problems with it? They migrated mine and it worked out. I heard, where can you post memes to Discord? General, I would think. If you want me to make a memes thing, I can. Like, honestly, yeah, I want my Discord to be a place where people can just post crap and hopefully talk to other people about it. Oh no. There we go. Yeah. If you wanna memes one, it's pretty quiet. It's kind of sad. It's like, bro, I got 392 followers. God dang it, I should have more of a community, and I need to do better to attract more of a community. Should look in that Minecraft thing. But yeah, the server... I mean, I'd be interested in making my own Minecraft server. It's just... I want to have more, like, make this, wait for this channel to be more financially viable and supporting. You sent it? Play Smash Bros with me someday? I 100% will, Meowser. I 100% will. I'm streaming Smash Bros. Tomorrow. Open arena. But yeah, if you want to just play off stream sometime, like, to you and anybody, feel free to use that Discord to be like, hey, does anyone want to play Smash Bros? Does anybody want to do this and that and everything? Today is the day you practice. Because yeah, my stream, I want my streams to be a place for people to chill as well. So whenever unless I explicitly state otherwise, my when I play with viewers, it's always casual. I'm not gonna be, hey, I did it. I'm not gonna be blocking anyone for any skill levels or anything. Oh, Carl, you've gathered all the Tad tones, haven't you? That's no small feat, or should I say no small feat, Q. Who do I main in Smash Bros? Should I say now, or should I keep it a secret until you find out? Let you find out tomorrow. Ready to return to the Water Dragon. I mean, Byleth. Do you have the DLC pass? Do you have the Fighter's Pass, or did you get Byleth? Bruh, I mean, I'm a fan of Three Houses, don't get me wrong. I really like the game. But I was like, come on, really? Byleth for Smash Bros? You just got Byleth? That's fair. You've already got so many. Alright. Come here. Come here. And a bigger old hog. Pat, 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 pat. Thanks, Meowsers, for making a Twitch account to watch me play Legend of Zelda. Pat, 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 pat. Thanks for coming by. There you go. And you can clip that and it'll last forever. Anytime you're feeling down, you can relive that virtual hug. Do you know how to make clips? You never have to pay again. I mean, if you want, yeah. There should be a clip button on the bottom. Is that the gender non-binary flag? That's fine. I identify as male, but hey. If you want to send the gender non-binary love, that's fine. What's that? Is that pansexual and then asexual? Lesbian. Okay, that's lesbian to start. And that's asexual, yeah. Gotcha. Hey, you. Ah, you brought back my colorful little Tad tones. You are indeed worthy of being called a hero. I mean, I'm sorry to say Link is not a lesbian, so I don't think he'd be interested. I'm good for my words, so I'll teach you my part of the song you seek. Bro, serenade me. I learned part of the song of the hero. Why does his eyes look so lifeless? They don't. I mean, like, his childhood friend slash probably crush, I mean, forced him to go through multiple dungeons of trials, um, for the greater good. Originally, I planned to keep those woods underwater so those awful monsters could never return. But your task is far from over, and you're not exactly at home in the water, so I suppose I'll return to the woods to their natural state. All this excitement has been rather draining. I believe I'll retire to my hall. You must be on your way as well. Yay! Everything's back to normal. Yes, as I suspected, the water level in Fair Woods has dropped. Ugh. Owie. Sorry, everybody. I'm surprised you didn't make that clip. The water level in the Fairwoods has dropped. The forest has returned to its former, less aquatic state. Master, the melody you just acquired is one part of the song of the hero. I recommend you seek out the other two dragons in their respective areas along the other two parts of the song. Get the swag. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah, I'm just going to the next one. Why didn't Zelda tell the villagers, like, hey, this man named Locke, he's gonna help us, please be nice to him? Well, some of them, he had to... I'm trying... Okay. Like, I know plot, but... Well, more like gameplay. So here's the... So at the start of the game, Zelda and Link were riding on their Loftwings together. Link had just won the ceremony and was about to be promoted to be a junior knight. And a big twister knocked Zelda out of the air. It was like the demons trying to get trying to get Zelda. Uh-oh, I didn't get to choose where I flew down. You know something's gonna happen. So then, basically, Link is just trying to find Zelda. And so, you're literally just following her. And you're going through dungeons to get to the places Zelda had to pray at to unlock other areas of... Oh, frick. Unlock other areas of the game. And then Zelda's, like, guardian, Impa, was like... You finally catch up to her, and she was like, yo... You need to power up that sword if you want to be worth anything, basically. And so then I had to go through 3 more dungeons in order to power up the sword. So that's why. Ta-da! I'm here to save the day. Hey, long time no see. Huh? Don't tell you I forgot my ugly mug. I'm Platts, the Magma you helped in the Northern Temple. I saw them dragging you off unconscious, so I tailed them. Your fist like a real lock. Bro, I wanna frickin' punch someone in a Zelda game. You're pretty fearless, eh? What are you up to now? Searching. Haha, I know why you're really here. You heard the rumor about the baddies and their treasure too, didn't you, pal? Hehehe, you know what I'm talking about. The rumor that some bad guys are having a little get-together on this mountain. And everybody knows that when there's bad guys, there's treasure. That's just the way of the world. Don't you gotta take care of your own business first? Haven't you noticed? They swiped all your stuff. While you were out, they shook you down good, pal. You're gonna want to get your stuff back before you go and try anything else. I can get you started. I stole these back for you. Yeah, my digging mitts, my magma mitts. You got your magma mitts back. Using them to plant escapes, even in a magma would be proud of. Carl, guess what? Death 3900's back to the stream. Hi, you got Ultra. Ooh, nice. One more than your master rank, right? And that's as high as you can go. Congratulations. Other than that, how you been, Death? You've created a beautiful meme in Discord. Oh, God. Let's check this out. General. Oh, no. Better not be linking bad things. Okay, it's just speed cubing. Interesting. Congrats, Death, man. It's great. Time for me to tunnel out, pal. You got your work cut out for you. Good luck out there. So I got nothing. Use $8 to buy the battle pass. Got a ton of loot for it. Yeah, I spent 20 bucks on the game and then I was done. Alright, so I've got like nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. Okay. I'm defenseless. Nice. A stool. Okay. Got some seeds, but no slingshot to use them with. Some bombs will blow that up. You use the rest on meat brawler outfits? Monk. Okay. So I got absolutely nothing. If it was me, I'd totally punch out. Like that guy, no weapons. I'd throw him into the lava. Hey, what are you thinking? You should be out here in the open with no way to defend yourself. This place is crawling with thugs. Well, just be careful they don't spot you while you're sneaking around. Okay. I probably don't even need to say a scam, but seriously, probably don't let that bad guy see you, you hear? They ain't gonna do nothing nice if they catch you. So don't do anything heroic and get yourself caught. Got it? Okay, already. Yeah, you know, I really worry about you, pal. It's a weakness of mine. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna show you something good. Open up your map. I feel just terrible for you, pal. Here, let me do one thing for you. Old Platts here ain't gonna show you. Here's gonna show you what's in all the treasure chests. Ta-da. Nice. Okay. There. 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 And... after all, none of it looked like stuff I'd really want anyhow. But if some of them things are yours, I'll bet you're gonna want to get them back, right? Alright then, I'm gonna go back to roaming around for treasure. See you later. That's where I came from. It's not gonna do much for me. Okay, that's the closest thing. Huh. It's always fun trying to figure out, okay, can they see through this clearly, you know, defined sea? Do I gotta run into them? Nope. Hmm. Nope. Oh, thanks, Panda. Nice. No one shall be without sight. Dude, I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you back, Panda. Really, I am. I gotta dial up all my friends now. Like, yo, come by, come by. Dude, you're climbing up the ranks. You're almost a 2 and almost a 1. Hey, Seashell Viz, welcome to the stream. Home from work? Question mark? Exclamation point. Okay. Bro, nice. Nice emotes. I got a solid chat going, Seashell Vids. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Honestly, it's been a long time. Like I said before. Ooh, frick. Anyway, I guess I mentioned a little bit before in stream, but some of my more frequent viewers have their lives take off, and I'm very happy for them. But that meant that they can't come by as much, and it meant that chat was dying down, and I'm glad to see it roaring again. Ooh, those are fancy. Oh, those are yours, Seashell Vids? Bro, everybody, Seashell Vids, good friend of mine. I've known them since I was in like 7 or something, 7 or 8. Give them a follow. Got your emotes now. Is that tier 1, 2, and 3? I presume. Pog. And they're affiliate now, so if you want to sub to them, it's been years. Oh, bot. Peekaboo. Oh. One is a bit donation one. Yeah, I do have a bits donation. And your tier 1 isn't approved. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, those got approved pretty quickly. But yeah, I do have a thing. Not that I expect anyone to surpass those. You got a 2x2's time and then realize your timer is turned off. Oopsies. Yes, if anyone... I might be getting ahead of myself here, but if anyone reaches a bits threshold, I will work with you to make an emote to your liking. Has to have my final approval, of course, but... Nice, I got my Gus Bellows back. Well, oh no, that's wrong. This one. Here I thought my my title of asking for Zelda trivia would get people talking, and I just happened to get people talking separate. A Neon Cat Dragonborn, bro. Make me fighters to your heart's delight. 20 minutes left on stream, but I don't know. I might extend it. No promises, though. If I get hungry, I gotta end it, though. I'm a nice guy, but only when I'm satiated. Huh. You won't like me when I'm hangry. I can get right nasty. Which is why I prefer to stay well fed at every opportunity. Oh no! Dragonborn head with lips outfit. Nice. Someone, you saw a streamer called The Official Josh? I mean, you can still be Josh. You're just not, you know, official Josh. I hope you understand. Got him. Bro, that was... I don't even get anything for taking that thing out. Wow. Nice. Personal best. Keep speed, Cuban, bro. Not... You may be Josh, but you're not the Josh. My claw shots. Yeah. Bro, this is be so scary. I would not be able to do this. Oops. Can I just grab a bomb? Nope. No, I cannot. Make me as a me fighter? Dude, I mean... You can share me's on Metopia. If you have a Metopia demo, I'll send you my me. I don't know if you can save it. But you can absolutely make me into a me fighter. Official Axolot, little home area. Swaggy. Swagalicious. Yeah, there's a Switch version of Metopia, yeah. I did a stream where I let viewers submit their Miis. Viewers and subs submit their Miis to appear in the game, but like no one took me up on the offer. So I played it once on stream and I was like, bro, no one cares. So I switched. Yeah. You should be able to get the demo of Metopia for free, which should allow you to. Yeah, feel free to hit me up. If you download the I don't remember if it works like that, but if you download the Metopia demo, then you probably I know you can share Mii's between people, but I think you should be able to download it onto the system. Don't quote me on that, though. Trying to swing my sword. You have Metopia? What are your thoughts on Metopia? You would have love that one day you were out of state. Yeah, it's always a hit or miss when you don't have like a huge community to try to do something like that. I had visions of grandeur of like, hey, everybody's gonna come by and submit their Mii's, but no one. You have millions of Mii's. Well, I do not doubt it. I don't know. Come on, at least give me my... I have my... Dragon said live with people. You know where to peak, though. Thought it was interesting, but after a while, you'd be able to change your class. It got boring. Yeah, it's interesting that you can only you can only control yourself, and everybody else is dictated by whatchamacallit, like your relationships, but that means you can't control anybody else, so you're just like hoping they do smart things. Let me see if I can get Metopia. Get my Metopia's friend code. I believe this is it. My Metopia access key. You have a team full of lonks. There's my Metopia access key. Feel free to look at it on Metopia and see if you can get you kinda Knuckles. Yikes. So there you go. If you want to enter that into Metopia, feel free. Isn't the Halo... Halo theme is just like... Oh... That's all I know of it, so... Alright, let's see if... Let's turn the filter off of my voice so that I can... So it doesn't, filter out my whistle. I need to mess with that. I keep seeing it pop up in chat. I'm sorry. Y'all keep doing it while I'm looking at chat. And I need to get it louder so that it... I'm sorry. There we go. And let me put the filter back on, rather. I think it suppresses my whistle. Was my whistle going through okay? Remastered Mario Galaxy. You get Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and that's it. Unfortunately. Noise suppression. It was doing fine. Good. Yeah, I think my when I have my noise suppression on, it'll try to suppress some of the noise there. Okay, so how am I gonna get over here? Can I get up and around my whip? Watch me whip. Maybe when I whistle inwards, I don't know. Ha! Thank you again, Panda, for the subs. I really appreciate it. That really helped me in here. I needed something like that. You hate stone, but you love stone. You hate stone, but you love stone. You hate cobblestone, but you love regular stone? Explain. I mean, hey, if you get enough pumpkins to trade in, buy yourself a, I think if you look in Coco's Minecraft server, I don't know if you're in the Minecraft server there, someone submitted an enchanter's area, school, or whatever, where you can buy Silk Touch, any enchantment books, including Silk Touch. I don't know. Are you in Coco May's server? Oh, I need bombs. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, okay. Go into the Minecraft and, like, search up, like, Wizard School or something like that. Someone somewhere posted. I don't know where it is. Dead. Is this something I can hurt people with? No. Got my whip. I'll give a free one for you all because I got my whip. Alright, and I can use my claw shots. Up and over. Oh, okay, or not. Up and over. There's a save point. You know, I'm supposed to end stream in 7 minutes, but since I love y'all so much, I'll go on for a bit longer, and then we'll find someone to raid. Hog, indeed. That ain't coming down, isn't it? Is it? Nope. My bombs. Okay, they're way up there. Okay. Got them. They're not pies, they're bombs. Ugh, it's so hot. One of the most amazing treasures in the world, just up ahead. I don't have a slingshot right now. I can't use these. There's still my fireproof. Okay, I still have my earrings. I didn't take my earrings. You have done it? What's it? Okay, never mind. I'm not going this way. Created a good meme. Well, I'd be happy to see it as long as it's family friendly. Okay. Get over there. Actually, you know what? I want to see what's over there first. Let's see. I'll probably end stream when I get all my stuff back. That's probably gonna be a good stopping point. What's in here? Okay, nothing I can access right now. Huh. Well, this is a pickle. Now what? Hello? Okay, good. Good, 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 good. How do I... Oh, he dead, boy. Alright, let's see this meme. And if you guys use my me, please... Oh, wait, it's not in there. Please use my me for appropriate purposes. But if you do, I would love to see what you do with it. Did you know that the plastic things on the edge of your shoelaces are called aglets? I did know that because I watched Phineas and Ferb. Yes, indeed, I did. A-G-L-E-T. Don't forget it. It brings us closer to our soul. Yeah. Stops your shoelaces from fraying apart. There you go. Bonded right there. Meowser, did you watch, do you watch Phineas and Ferb at all? Or Death? I probably shouldn't be digging in this thing. You did! Okay, sweet. Nice. I see you are a woman of some culture, at least. Candace's friend, Stacy? Hey, you. Bub. I'm freaking... I mean business, okay? I got a freaking slingshot, okay? You could be an Insta star. There we go. Stacy was the average 2021 team. She's a little more sane than that, I think. Jeremy. There we go. They're bombs. Yeah, I got my bombs back. Y'all ready to blow some stuff up? Y'all ready to play? Hey, freaking quote me on that. Oh my god. Oh. I am more than fine with being associated with that quote. Okay, so that's more DQ nuts. That's right. I have a means to... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right in the bahookie. Dude, I got some way to hurt y'all now. Everything else was like non-lethal weapons, but now I got the bombs. They're bombs. Okay. Now what? Where am I headed for? No, seriously. Okay, I got my bombs. Now what do I do? I want to fill back up on bombs, though. Clipped it. Bro, put that in the clips and highlights. I will stand by that. I will stand by that. Oh, that's right. Over here, I needed some bombs. Some bombs. Should be clips and highlights channel in there. Yeah, under general chat. Gosh darn it. Oh! There we go. Bum 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 bum. Okay, is this... Clip is complete. Good. Drop that in the clips and highlights if you could. Okay, so this is not what I'm supposed to do. On to Discord. Ugh. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to wait. Oh yeah. I could go in the super hot area. Now I can blow. Okay. That's right. Let's watch this. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna include the part where I exploded the tower and cackled maniacally. But hey, that's good too. Ooh, they just left my freaking master sword there? Holy crap. Yeah, true master sword back. You can cut right through your troubles like before. You can also talk to Fi again. Thank you, Master Carl. Please excuse me for leaving your side during this brief trouble with volcanic eruption. While I was here, I detected a strong source of power emanating from the area at the far right. Cackles with malicious intent. Hey man, if you want to clip that too, knock yourself out. Signs indicate a 60% chance the dragon who knows the verse the song of the hero jealous there. Please reacquire the rest of your gear and continue your search for the dragon. Alright, I'll get the dragon, then I'll call it. Okay, so that's probably gonna have to go around the long way for that. All right. Are you gonna show up tomorrow? I mean, I stream later in the day. What, if you don't mind me asking, Panda, what time zone are you in? Oh, I don't have my beetle now, do I? My beetle, yeah. My beetle, my Mugdet, and my bow are all still stolen. So stream 5 to 8 Eastern. Ha! Probably gonna need this. Indeed I do. Bro, that's crazy. You'd think they would just put it online like they used to, but... Central Time. Okay, so that's what? 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time is when I stream. Right? Yeah, because you're all an hour after. Got my adventure pal. Everything back. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's find that dragon and then wrap things up for this stream. Or no. Yeah, I did it backwards. So I stream 4 to 7 p.m. I got that backwards. So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow 4 to 7 p.m. your time. Yeah. I mean, you'll be notified when I go live. Now what? Oh. Okay, so I can go around. I gotta get me to the summits. Okay, yeah, because I needed a beetle to... Okay, I got you. No. Okay, I can't get that without falling down. Tough. Got it. Alright. Got my tough beetle. It's so cute. Come on now. Anybody doing anything fancy with my me? Stealing my me? Figured out how to steal my me yet on Metopia? Ooh. It's Eldon. Oh, a man of flesh and blood has walked his way into the heart of my burning hall. Now this is something. Why I have the right of it, the mark you bear upon your hand is not just a fashionable decoration. There can be no doubt about it then. The goddess has chosen you to hear the melody I have guarded for her all these years. Listen well, human child, I will sing you my part of the song of the hero. This guy is much more agreeable. Yeah. Part of the song of the hero. I'm afraid that eruption was caused by an explosion of my power. Looks like you were caught up in it. My apologies. The skies of this land should clear soon. You should go. Alright, so I'll save it up and then I'll find someone to raid and then we'll call it a day. Wham. Report, Master. The volcanic activity that impeded your return to the sky earlier has ceased. It is now possible to return to the sky again. Well done, Master. You've acquired the second part of the Song of the Hero. The final part can be found somewhere in Lanayru Desert. Get that shield up, boy. Alright, now, I got 4 viewers. Time to raid, for those of you not familiar. At the end of every stream, if I've got some people left over, I try to find someone to raid. Someone smaller than myself, give them a little boost. While I'm looking for them, though, another heartfelt thank you for Panda, and those, I believe, who received a gift sub and are still here should also give a heartfelt thank you to Panda for all those gift subs. I really appreciate it. Gamer Stitch 37. I don't know who this person is, but we'll raid them. So I'll send you to raid to Gamer Stitch 37's stream. Ooh, it says intended for mature audiences, so be wary of that. Raid at your own risk. I don't know this person. I'm just giving them some viewers, so keep that in mind. Other than that, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you, Panda. I hope to see you in the future. If you like what you saw and you're not following, feel free to follow. And if you are following, you can check out my other social media in the description. I posted my Discord a few times there. Oh, excuse me. Or you can subscribe. Other than that, stay safe out there, folks. Get vaccinated as soon as you're able. If you're not vaccinated, don't leave your house unless you need to. But if you do need to leave your house, make sure you... Oh, excuse me. Gassy. Make sure you wear a mask. Stay at least 6 feet from other people. Actually, I forgot to type in my raid message. So if you want to copy and paste that into chat, into their chat, that would be great. But yes, stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Stay at least 6 feet away from other people. And wash your hands often. And with that, let's raid. Bye.